Hi everyone, I'm Kanika Saxena from kanikasaxena.com. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm here to talk about one of the most discussed topics, self help. Self help seems to have become the new buzzword. Whether it's social media or articles or blogs on the internet, self help seems to be the most, uh, you know, uh, most hot topic these days. And it comes as no surprise that the self help industry is booming. And in US itself, it's expected to reach the $14 billion mark by 2025. Isn't it mind boggling? Something that has caught my attention while going through these videos or articles on self help is the fact that a lot of emphasis is on increasing your productivity and achieving success. And in most cases, success is measured in as the net worth of the person or how much money you make. Now, most people watch these and try to follow the strategies suggested through media and social media. Unfortunately, in many cases, people just end up tiring themselves out or getting frustrated. And very often they give up on their goals. And there have also been some cases that, of people following all the self help techniques and reaching a stage where they have become very anxious and they've had to take treatment for it. So, is self help actually that complicated? There are many people who avoid the topic of self help because they believe that it is complicated and there's nothing to it. So, today I'm here to talk about self help as I see it. The term self help itself is self explanatory. Self help means helping yourself. Now, you may ask, helping yourself for what? The most common answer to this question would be, helping yourself to achieve success. But self help is not just about achieving success or your goals. Of course, it does have a lot to do with these aspects also, but self help is more about managing yourself and taking care of simple aspects of life, of your everyday life, taking care of your things so that you are independent, you are not dependent on material sources or money or other people for your care. You can manage yourself very well. You must have heard the saying, the best place to find a helping hand is at the end of your own arm. And this is actually what self help is all about, helping yourself, taking care of yourself. I'll explain with a simple example. Suppose you suffer some kind of a muscular injury and you visit a doctor. So the doctor will give you medication and you will probably be advised physiotherapy. After the treatment, you will be told to do some physical exercises to get your muscle back on track. And if you follow those instructions, do the exercises, you are taking care of yourself, you are helping yourself recover and heal. But if you do not follow these instructions and you just let it be, then your healing will take longer. Also, you will be dependent on doctors and medications until your muscle gets back to normal. This is the basic concept of self help, that is, taking care of yourself. Another example that comes to mind is if you find yourself stressed out over several things in life, and you try to find out the reason what is stressing you out and find ways of addressing your stress, you are taking care of yourself. On the other hand, if you expect somebody else to take care of your stresses and make you feel good, then you will be dependent on the other person. And so, uh, this is basically what self help is about: self management, self care. We get so caught up in our lives, we are so frantically chasing our goals, that self management and self care take a backseat in our lives. And many people, proceed in life with this approach and they are able to manage. But there are many who break down when they're just rushing through life and not taking care of themselves. And this is when they turn to life coaches. And life coaches, they advise them to slow down and take care of themselves. So, if it is all about self management, why not do it independently in the first place? This is another aspect of life that comes to mind when on the topic of self help is taking care of your happiness. Many of us depend on our material possessions or money or other people to make us happy. But if you learn the art of staying happy on your own, it is a big confidence booster. And here's a tip: it doesn't take much to stay happy. You just need to do the things that make you happy, as long as they don't harm you or other people around you. So when you learn to take care of yourself, when you learn to manage yourself, when you learn to get out of difficult situations on your own without the help of other people, that is the time you actually feel confident and you feel powerful. Doing these things will get the power back into your hands, the control of life in your hands. And uh, these are not very big or complicated things that you have to do. It's just managing your life on your own. This doesn't mean that you do not have any relationships or don't deal with other people. In fact, if you are an individual who takes care of themselves, you will find that you will get into better relationships, more meaningful relationships, because you are not asking for anything in the relationship. You will be the one who will be self sufficient, and you will be the one who will be the giver in the relationship. And again, when you're not dependent in a relationship, it will be a much better quality and a lasting relationship. Often in life, we are so busy with our goals and success that we don't take things like our happiness, self care, and our relationships seriously. We miss out on these things, and these are what make our life beautiful. Because in many cases, people who have achieved success also are ones who have who are taking psychiatric treatment or suffering from mental health issues, uh, because if you're alone and you're just chasing your goals and missing out on everything else that life has to offer, then you will feel a vacuum even when you reach where you aspire to be. So, this is my concept of self help. And self help is not something to be ignored now, because of the rising mental health cases as an aftermath of the pandemic, because during the pandemic, the number of mental health cases around the globe have just shot up. And while you have mental health experts, of course, that is required in severe cases, but if you make up your mind to take care of yourself from today, you will probably not reach a state where you need to go to a professional for help. So, this is what self help is all about. So, simple, not very complicated. Now, coming to self help books. Many people don't like to read self help books because they think that these books are, all lecture and dull and boring. But and they would rather read a fiction which is more entertaining, and it's a story and that catches their interest. But let me tell you, if you read a self-help book on a topic that is relevant to you, you will find it interesting. Also, a lot depends on the way the book is written. It can be a well written book is always interesting, whether it is a story or it's a self help book. So, this is what self help books are all about. And I too write self help books, and I've published 5 books, all on self help topics. For me, my journey as an author, writing each of these books has empowered me in different ways and helped me evolve as a better person. So, let me tell you briefly about my books. So, the first book that I wrote is titled A Lockdown Story. It's a memoir, my lockdown experience of how I overcame my fears and anxieties and emerged as a more positive and a stronger person. The second book that I've written is called Gift Yourself a Smile. This book is about positivity and happiness, and how relevant they are, especially during tough circumstances. So, this book is currently on discount, festival discount, so it's available at 25% off. And the next book that I've written is called Are Teeny Tiny Stress Triggers Troubling You? So, stress has become part of our lives. We tend to normalize stress and we say that stress is normal. But it is not something to be taken lightly, and this book talks about the impacts of stress on our life, and how we need to identify the what triggers stress in us and how to address some of the common stress triggers. After that, the next book that I've published is called The Atypical Tale of a Typical Indian Woman. This is a book on women's empowerment, where the focus is on self empowerment instead of looking at external sources. Uh, the last book that I published is called Social Media Tomfoolery. This book is about the negative effects of excessive use of social media. The book also suggests simple tips to regulate your social media usage so that you have a better social media experience. All my books are written in a simple language. They have a conversational tone, and they're easy to understand. And these books are very relevant because they cover topics that, the issues that we face in our everyday lives, and how to, they don't only raise awareness towards this issue, but each of my books has tips on how to address these issues. I am really grateful to many people who've read my books and thanked me in their reviews for writing the book. For instance, for the social media book, there are many people who have said that, after reading this book, I realized how much time I've been wasting on social media, or how much I have been obsessed with social media. I've also had calls from people telling me that they are following the tips and finding them really useful. So yes, I the links for all the books are mentioned in the description below. So do check them out on Amazon, and I hope you like reading them. And I hope that these books help you as much as they've helped me. So do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, see you soon. Bye bye.